Cova da Iria. É 13 de maio na Cova da Iria, apareceu brilhando a Virgem Maria. Ave, ave, ave Maria. Ave, ave, ave Maria. Cova da Iria. Fatima is our parish church. The children baptized in Fatima. This is why the parish church Fatima gave the name to this area. But the fields where is today the little chapel, the big square, like this, the right on the left. Olha, vai devagarinho para eu explicar então aqui, se não se importar, faz-me esse favor. So, look at the people, the stations of the cross, the way of the cross on the right, look, the way of the cross, the way of the children, the shepherds. 1917, the children walk from the village to go to the place where is today the little chapel, and the short way, this way. Now the stations of the cross. These people go to pray to the stations of the cross, the way of the cross. The children walk all of these to go to keep the animals in this place where Our Lady appeared to the 3 children. Because this area divided in small pieces of land, each family with a piece of land. This is why they're the apparitions. So, now, there, on the left, Jacinta, Francisco, and Lucia. Jacinta, in year 7 years old. Francisco, 9. And Lucia, 10. Jacinta and Francisco, sister and brother, died young with pneumonia. Jacinta died with 10 years old. 3. To the sanctuary, and the sanctuary gave job to the family of the children. This is why we visit. You can take pictures there, and the family of the children in one and another one. It knows. If we go, yes, no, we go to see the house of Jacinta explanation. Yes.
Not yet, the bus.
Born in there. All of them born there. Francisco, the boy, died 2 years after the apparitions in this room. Jacinta died in Lisbon, in the hospital in Lisbon. Because a family with the possibilities transported Jacinta to Lisbon to the hospital, and she died in Lisbon, not in here. But 5 died young. 9 children and 5 died young. Very poor area, and no possibilities to, and a lot of children died during this with the pneumonia, and the 5 of this family. Now, I show you as Jacinta, Francisco. Jacinta 7, Francisco 9, Jacinta, Francisco, and the cousin Lucia in here, together, shepherds. This is the parents of Jacinta and Francisco, and the parents of Jacinta and Francisco. I speak about this 1920. 1920, the day that died, the year that died Jacinta. This is the day of the funeral of Jacinta. Jacinta is not in here because he died and Francisco had to die.
Oh, grandfather.
This
Granddad.
is the mama, her mama. But usually is the son, the father of her, the son of this one, Manuel. This means that a lot of family, nieces, nephews of the children still alive. Because the apparitions, not long time ago. The apparitions of Our Lady, 1917. The apparitions of the angel, before the apparitions of Our Lady, an angel appeared to prepare the...
This one maybe. Huh? Those things.
But Pastor, be careful your head.
Cannot go down, ah?
Cannot. I mean, I can go down, but I cannot come.
What is this place?
It's true. It's a petite.
Foi a volta e ver. E já. Temos aqui a opção que passar.
Go to the green soup. My grandmother put the leaves.
brothers and sisters, as we gather today in this chapel, let us open our hearts to receive the message of the Lord and the message of Our Lady of Fatima, calling us to conversion. As we place all our prayers and petitions, especially praying for the persons that we have asked us to pray for them, and also pray for our old family members and friends. In the last pilgrimage that I led 2 years ago, well, one of the highlights of the program was actually the penance walk, or the kneeling from that far end and around the chapel of the apparition. And over the meals and as we were meeting each other during the day, several of the pilgrims were actually saying, oh, I didn't expect to agree to this. Solidarity with those who are suffering and those who are pain. Solidarity with the sinners and with those who are broken. Our prayer is not a prayer of judgment, neither was the message of Mary. It was not a prayer of condemnation and a message of condemnation, but rather one of solidarity, one of being able to walk with those who are in pain and suffering.
I, John, saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth had disappeared now, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city and the new Jerusalem.
And it used to be in Romanesque style, but what happened was that during the time of the Arabs, they tear a lot of things down and they broken a lot of things. So this church was reconstructed in the 17th century, and nowadays what you see over here is in Renaissance style. And from the Romanesque style there is very, very little left. So the original church didn't look like this one, but it was more or less the same time. About crystal, yes. And then the upper part was broken by that priest I told you that wanted to see if there was really blood. Then the consecrated house is over here, more or less. This is a drawing, of course it's not the same, but it's more or less over here. Then they built this part on the outside to keep it, and so that everyone could see it. were there when her husband and her saw the light coming out from the trunk, from the heart that she had. People who study art say that these paintings are not very good. They were made by a local, just telling the story, but they are important because they tell the story, not so much for being a great painter or